Previously.
After like the last clip y'all saw, I am just feeling so sick. Like I have the flu or something. Like last night, which was Christmas Day, I had like really high fever. Like my throat was feeling really sore, and yeah, my head was hurting me a lot. Like it hurt to move, so like every time I had to turn, it was like hell. But then I had to turn because then it felt like my body was overheating, and now I feel like shit. Like every few hours it like doubles down on me. Like my throat is feeling a little bit better than it was earlier, but like y'all can see how dry my lips are. Yeah, this really sucks, and I feel like shit. It's Christmas, it's Boxing Day. I hate to be sick on a holiday because it's like, you know, your time to recuperate, but then it's like, it is what it is. So just a little update.
2 days later.
Hey, morning, y'all. I'm feeling a lot better this morning, but I think I should go and try and get tested for COVID because I'm not sure if that's what it is. So this will be my first COVID test. Let's go.
A few moments later.
So now I'm actually gonna go and do the test because I call in advance and everything. I'm a bit nervous because it's my first test, but yeah.
Just feel it, just feel it.
Kid, the great, we tell you the street. No, kid, you read on the rest of them fear.
All right, let's go. Before I even do my intro, I'm just gonna apologize for all the noise, the background stuff. I've tried recording this video about 3 times now, and I'm not gonna do it over. So just whatever noise you hear, that would be the background music, I guess, for today's video. Okay, so okay, wow, okay, where do no, I need to do my intro, right? Okay. Hey flavors, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kate the Flavor. Welcome. If you're new, you know, go ahead, you can check out the rest of my videos, and you can also subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. I also realized that like majority of the people who watch my videos and subscribe, because I could see it on the stuff that y'all ain't subscribed but y'all watching. Is it that y'all don't like me? Like, what is it, boo? Okay. Yeah guys, but today I am doing this video that I wish I would have never had to do today. So if some of you have followed me on Instagram, some of you might know what this video is about, and I probably have already labeled the video so y'all know what it is about. So I was diagnosed with COVID-19 on Tuesday, the whatever date is before New Year's Eve. So today is only, as I said, today is Friday, so I got diagnosed on Tuesday. Y'all, it has been a journey and a half. Well, to be honest, I was sick on Christmas Day. Well, Christmas evening late into the night, I was really sick. I'll insert like me saying freshly after experiencing it in this video here. Right. So after that feeling, the next day, which was Boxing Day, I felt a little sick still, but not to an extent where I was the day before. And so let's fast forward to Tuesday. I was feeling a little better than I was over the much better than I was over the weekend, because I thought I was gonna die. But I think I have a theory. I think I had the flu as well, because there was somebody else who was exhibiting the same symptoms as me. They got tested twice and they don't have COVID, but I think I did have the flu during that time, but I also have COVID, you know. For those of you who don't know, I'm fully vaccinated as well, so I don't know if that's important information for anybody. Yeah, so on Tuesday I was feeling a little better, but I was like, to be responsible, let me go and check to see if this is what I really had. In the morning I went to the health center, but there's this other place where they normally do the testing, and I didn't see anybody, didn't see their whole setup or whatever, and this guy was passing the same time, and I asked the people at the door like if that's where they're doing the testing, and a guy answered and he was like, no, this is where they're doing dressing. So I just assumed, because I don't ask questions, I just assumed that they weren't doing testing that day or whatever. But then later in the afternoon, I heard that somebody I knew tested positive. So I was like, you know what, let me make sure I go and get tested. So I called them, because I'm responsible, to find out like if they're doing testing and so on. And then the lady was like, yeah, come now, because they were about to stop testing. The noise is getting to me, guys. Y'all have no idea. But they had stopped testing, so they were about to stop testing, so I was like the last person who was gonna get tested. So then I went and they asked you questions like, have you like what symptoms have you been portraying, and I explained to them and so on. They took my information, address and all this stuff, and then the other nurse came in, and then she was like, sweetheart, this is not a very comfortable procedure, you know, like the way she said it. I was like, oh my god. And mind you, this is my first COVID test I've ever taken since this whole thing. Like, I've never taken a COVID test before. I was like, oh my god. And I had my septum in my nose. I was like, hold on. So I pulled it down so that it could, you know, there would be no obstruction or anything like that. So then she put it up in my nose, and then I just felt a little tickle like in my right here, like that area. I'm a person, I have sinus issues, so that wasn't really nothing to me. Wasn't really nothing. And she took it out and she did the testing on the flatbed thing, and then this was my result right here, which means I have been positive. And she was like, yeah. Well, before that, she was like, I see one line already. So I know that she was basically saying, more than likely you're positive. And then she showed me the thing, and that was it. The other young lady who was signing me up and stuff, she told, like, she was saying, well, she kind of said, oh, I knew you had it, or something like that. She was making a joke like, I knew you had it as soon as you came in. She's like, people been coming and saying that they don't think that's what they have, but it's just getting tested. Like, people who are fully vaccinated were coming and saying that. Then turns out that they had a lot of positives that day. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm laughing because this is how I cope with things. So just in case you think I'm not taking this seriously, I am taking it seriously. This is just how I cope with stuff. Just a disclaimer, because I know people are like, oh, this is funny, but yeah. So she was like, you can't leave, you have to have somebody to come and drop your stuff here, and then, you know, find a way home. So I was like, I don't really have anybody who could bring my stuff, because where I'm working is just me really in the front, and nobody would be able to bring it for me. So I was like, what I think you could do is accompany me to where I'm working so I could get my stuff. You could see that I'm being responsible. And that's what she did, and she was pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. She was pretty nice. And yeah, then that was that. And then I got home, and the next day I decided to post The next day I decided to post my results thing, but I cropped out the COVID-19 part, and people thought I was pregnant. Like, my friend messaged me, she's like, 5 people to ask her like if I'm pregnant, and I'm like, okay. But some other people were like, COVID-19 or pregnant. So now you guys know that it was COVID-19, because I never confirmed or denied to some of you. The ones who normally like message me and check up on me, I did reply to them, but the people who were not really like that to me, I didn't really reply to, because since Christmas Day I'm posting and saying I've been sick and whatever. None of them reach out to me, but as soon as I see something that looks, oh my god, is that pregnant, then all of a sudden y'all interested. Y'all fake. Just want to say y'all fake. Okay, yeah, just in case anybody get offended, I'm a very jokey person. Like, I'm not really being serious. I just didn't get time to reply to everybody, but yeah. So I came home, and to be honest, right, I wasn't feeling really sick or anything at that point. Mostly, like, even now, what I'm feeling is like my ears are a bit clogged and my head feels a bit like, how to explain it, I don't know, it feels a little cloudy, and like my sinus area just feels blocked. But then that's like a normal thing for me, you know, like I am allergic to dust. But weirdly enough, yesterday I got a call from a strange number. It was like, hello, and then they're like, where exactly in Belmont do you live, because we're on our way. And I'm like, huh? It's like, yeah, we're from the Ministry of Health. I think that's what they said. I can't remember, but they did mention that they were from the health people. And they called, they asked for direction, and they came. I was like, why didn't these people like tell me before? Like, no heads up. Yeah, like they gave me no heads up or anything like that. It was just like, oh, we're coming. Then they came, and they had this whole thing outside where they had to put on hazmat suits, and they were like doing the mostest outside there, making people thinking that somebody probably died in here or whatever. Yeah, so they came, and then I don't know, communication is a hell of a thing, because these people don't know how to communicate. I don't think so, because the 3 of them came, you know, they stayed like their distance. The one lady came, and she just basically had the temperature thing, you know, the one that you point at people to see how the temperature is. She just did that. I think she said morning, I can't even remember. And then she basically had another thing, and she put it under my arm, and then she tested, and then she was like reading the same thing at the same time. She's like 97 pounds to the other person. I'm like, okay then. And then she's like, oh, we have to check your blood, when they put the thing around, what do you call that, your blood pressure. So I was like, okay. And then she put the thing around. She was like, oh, put down your hand, oh, open it, whatever. And I'm like, at no point, then she was finished, I guess, and then at no point did she say, oh, so what we're doing now is a routine check to make sure you're okay, or nothing like that. She didn't even tell me if my temperature was good, if I had a fever, if nothing. All she did after, when she was finished, is just gave me these, and she's like, read this on your free time. Yeah, it's like, read this on your free time. And I know I could have asked her questions, but the way how they just came, it was just like, in my mind, I still couldn't even process what was going on, so I didn't even ask her anything. I was just like, okay, thank you. And then she gave me these masks as well. She's like, at all times make sure you're wearing your mask and so on. I'm like, okay, thank you. And that was it, and they left. So, like, isn't that bad customer service still? Like, why is it in the Caribbean that customer service sucks so bad? Like, especially in Grenada, you know, this is my home now. I could talk because I've been experiencing it for a long time. I could talk about it. I used to think St. Vincent had really bad customer service until I moved to Grenada. Grenada customer service, y'all need to do better. Like, honestly. And I'm talking about me. I do work in a service industry. and I do give good customer service. But when you go, like, especially when you go in and buy food and stuff like that, the customer service, unless you are like getting your stuff delivered and stuff like that, customer service is really shitty. Like, I'm on a tangent right now because it's ridiculous. Even going into stores and stuff like that, it's like the way how people behave. I mean, there are a few places like I could count on my hands, like this one, and still have fingers remaining at the places that I go to and I get good customer service. And at this point, I don't even know if it's because the people know me now or if it's just that. But I remember, like, even there was this one hair store that I dread going to all the time because you go in there and people are on their phones. It's like you're distracting them when you try to ask questions. It's like, but I've been in there recently and it's been a lot better. But I'm telling you, I never used to want to go in that store just because of the customer service. But hey, this is not what this video is about, no. So anyway, alright, scratch that, boo boo boo. So I was kind of confused about that, and I asked the other people who I know got tested and they didn't shop by them. I don't know if it's because maybe I'm living by myself that they needed to. I don't know. I didn't ask. I wasn't told anything. I was just being treated like a freaking zombie. I don't know what I was being treated as. But y'all, everything is okay. Today's Friday, it's Old Year, so tomorrow is New Year's Day. Happy New Year to you guys, because I know this video is gonna be out probably on New Year's. I'm gonna try and upload it tonight, by tonight at least. But with Flow Internet, I don't think that's possible, so we'll see what goes. Really, yeah. What are your guys resolutions for the New Year's? Like, what have you learned for the old one? For me, I really don't set resolutions anymore because I don't ever know what's gonna happen in my life. I just have accepted the fact that once I'm healthy and I'm happy, I'm good. Like, expectations have been shot, but I realize that I probably need to make, like, I'm not gonna do resolutions, I'm gonna do more of manifesting. So I'm gonna write down things that I would love to happen, you know, in the future. It doesn't have to be just next year. I'm talking like future wise, that would happen to be in a place. But if I must say, like, if there's anything that I have learned this year or past going on now, is that two main things that I am gonna be working on. Obviously, well, three: my traumas and trying to understand myself more, why I do certain things that I've really been learning myself. And I'm telling you guys, healing is not pretty. Like, I have been crying for no reason. Well, it's not no reason, but it's like I've been flushing, I've been remembering things, I guess, that I've tried to forget for a long time, and it's been overwhelming, but it's been great as well because it's helping me. So that's one. Two, I have to start setting boundaries when it comes to myself. I do set boundaries, like with strangers and stuff like that, but I think, like, in my personal life, like when it comes to my time and energy and all of that, I really need to set boundaries when it comes to that. So that's something I need to work on, because I have very few close people in me. But yeah, boundaries. That's what I learned that I need to work on. Don't try and outdo myself for other people, and neglect myself. Also, accepting people for who they are. And y'all know, my favorites know, that our team is feel, love, appreciate, value, and accept people for who they are. And I have been lacking on the accept people for who they are part. Like, if somebody show you who they are, believe them. Like, take them for that. Don't take them for the potential that you know that they could be. because a lot of times we do that, and then what happens is you kind of let a lot of things slide with people when you do that. So that's my 3 things that I'm gonna be working extra hard on. I'm pretty good now with that, but nobody's perfect, and when we really care about people and stuff, we tend to just let things slide a little bit more. So that's what I'm gonna be working on. Y'all have been so amazing to me this year, and I really appreciate you guys so much. And if y'all realize, I have really stepped it up. Like, I've been consistent, I've been doing it, I've been doing it. Yeah, I have to pat myself on the back. Congrats, Kate, because it's been a long hard year for me, especially with not seeing my family. And well, I recently got to see one of my loved person, and yeah, it was great, but then it was so short because then I was working, and it just stressed me out even more. I think, yeah, it just stressed me out even more, but that's for another day, guys. Yeah, so have a happy new year, and I'll see you guys next year. I love you all so much. Mwah. And I did my shout out, and a lot of people were like, so I ain't gonna shout out, but you know, everybody, and no matter how small, how big, how extravagant you have helped me out in the past, and you plan to do it in the future, I just want to say thank you so much. And don't forget to feel, love, appreciate, value, and accept people for who they are. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next year. Woo! Wonder if I'm forgetting, like, y'all see my eyes, like my eyes. Hi. It's a moment. My eyes are so pretty. Like, that's what I love about myself, my eyes. I know that may not look like much to you, but they are my eyes. I love it.